Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Ken's Show and Tell. Well, today I'm going to replace the front and rear shock absorbers in my 1963 Mercedes Benz 220SE Heckflosse. And I've learned from my 72 4.5 W111, and I think this one's going to go much quicker and maybe even smoother. And I'm replacing, this car has KYBs on it too, so I'm just going to go ahead and replace them with Bilsteins, which I already have. And so the first thing to do is to remove this battery in order to make the access easier for the top of the shock absorber, which is right down in there. So let's take this battery out. Now, here is what I need to get a hold of to remove those nuts at the top of that shock absorber. And we'll do the one on the other side, on the passenger side, which can be reached. I know from past experience that these are on the top of these KYBs. These are 14mm nuts. You have a lock nut, capture nut, and then this one right here. So let's see if we can't get that done. Like that. There we go. Now, this is why I don't like taking my car into tire shops and having them mount wheels. I do it myself. This time, this was not done by me, and I can't get it off without using excessive force with this huge lever. There it comes, this nut. Unlike the 108, this is not a stud, this is a nut. Now it's loose. Okay. I've tried with my pneumatic wrench, or at least my electric impact. I can't get it off. There, that one I did. That one I just did. This one I can't, so using a big lever. Gently move up. There we come. Okay. Imagine trying to get this off on the side of the road if you had to. Forget it. At least with my impact driver, I set it to the setting that I can get it off. All right, let's get this one off. All right, here we go. Oh boy. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Here it comes. Okay, loose. Do the other one. She's in there. Okay, now. Slowly. Oh boy, this lever has just come in handy so often. Everybody needs a big lever. Okay. Now I believe all these are ready to come off. Let me just double check. Yeah. Okay, now I can raise it off and do it like you're supposed to. I'll probably need this for the other front wheel too. I don't know why Mercedes switched from nuts to studs. You get used to working with the studs. The KYBs that are on this car, unlike that was on the green car, these nuts under here that I'm going to be taking off are 12 millimeter, not 13 millimeter. Let me see if it's the same on the other side. Yeah, they're 12. How about that? Okay, well, we'll just take these off and then see if the shock will push out. If not, I'll just cut the rod up there like I did on the one on the 108. Pull down on this thing. Let's see. Here it comes. Push it down. Oh. Okay. Now, can we hold it and pull it out sometime? Yes, we can. Yes. Ta-da! All right. Now we'll put the Bilstein in on this side. Okay, Bilstein's in. Much easier than last time, so practice does make perfect. There she is. And again, as I got the little bolts at the end of the shock in the hole, got them started, then I was able to pull them through with the old nuts and then put the new nuts on to finish it off. And just as we're in here looking, you can see subframe mount is in good condition on this car. Yep. And all that's very nice. Yeah, this car is in excellent shape. This is a 500,000 mile car that just had impeccable maintenance through its entire life. And I have all the records. So anyway, so let's secure the top from the engine bay, and we'll put this, put the wheel back on, and then we'll move to the other side. You got my oily fingerprints off these nice white walls here. I should have washed my hands before I handled this thing. But it's okay. Everything's back on, and I just have to tighten up put on the nuts inside the engine compartment for the top of this shock absorber, and we are good to go. Let's see if this thing will tighten down without having to hold that top. You're going to see. Over here and get this wheel off. I've already taken the wheel cover off. See how easily these are coming off because I already loosened them with my big leverage bar. These were on there extremely tight too. There's also evidence on these old lug nuts at tire stores, people not using the correct metric size socket, and some of them are pretty messed up. These aren't so bad. I'll probably one day have to buy some new lugs. It's amazing what a little experience can do. I must say, that one on the driver's side came out no trouble at all. I just had to compress it, and I could, and it came right out whole. So there you go. So let's go ahead and put the Bilstein, which is sitting right over here, in the front. Okay, here's a new Bilstein on this side in place already. I just had to compress it. It was not easy to compress, but I was able to do it. And so it's in. Now what I have to do is use a crowbar and lever right in there where that shock is in the pan, because you see these ends of the bolts are trying to peek through, but I'll lever them so they'll just fall through. Then I'll tighten them up with I'll pull them the rest of the way through with the old nuts and put on the new ones to tighten it up. All right, let's see how we can do this. Just like the passenger side, on the driver's side, maneuvered this shock around into these holes, and then use the old nuts to pull things up tight, and then put the new nuts on. And so there it is, installed. Here we go. Now you can see it. And you look at the subframe mount on this side. It looks nice. All right, now we have to do is just mount this wheel back on and tighten things up from the top, and then we can move our way to the rear. So in the rear, on the passenger side, I've taken the bolt out of here, and here it is over here on the driver's side, which I'm just gonna demonstrate. I've already loosened it, taken it out. And here we go, and this is how it's arranged. Okay, now I'm going to let the car down and then undo it from the top in the trunk. Okay, I did learn from the green car, so if you noticed, I did not take the rear wheels off. That is a mistake. So they're on. I've undone and taken out the bolts from the bottom, and I did not loosen any of this, so we'll just have to take this off, and then I can undo these, and then I'll have to just take off those nuts and then come at it from the bottom. But I'll leave, once I get that undone, I should not lift the car anymore, because then I just have trouble, which you've seen before. You don't want any of that stuff to drop. Here is the passenger side. Let's hope it is easy as the driver's side. 214mm, let's just see. Okay, that's nice. Get that off of there. Now let's hope that bottom nut will come up without this spinning, just like it did on the other side. Well, it feels like it's doing. Yeah. Let's just double check. It's aimed that way. Yep, it's not moving. Fantastic. Let's see if I can get it up by hand now. Oh, yeah. Yeah. See how that rubber decompressed? Here's that. And you have to dig that out of there with appropriate digging device. Just pry it up out of there. There we go. All right. Let's go get the try to take it off from below and pull it down. Let's see if we can't get this thing out. Yeah, what's to come? I'm gonna get in here closer and get some leverage. Yep. Okay. Oops. It is wanting to expand. Well, it wasn't easy due to space limitations, but I did get this thing on, and it's up into that tower. So we'll put this bolt on, and then we'll raise the car up after the other one's on, and then we'll torque it down. All right, here's the driver's side. So we can't get this out. There we go. Oop. Hit the camera. All right. KYB's out of there. And let's see if we can't get this one up in there. Let's see, it's got to get in that hole. Now let's see if I can compress it. Yep. All right, it is on. Push it home. There we go. Now, I'll shit full in my face. Okay, now you go there, right? And you go here. And then I'll get you started, and this can be pushed in a little bit more, I believe. Get this thing centered. Okay, now we'll get this started really good, but we'll have to really torque it down with the car in the air so I can really get to it. I got a loose bowl here on this fuel pump I'll have to attend to. I'll do that when I get it up in the air after I tighten all this down. And we'll look at that. See, look, that's what I just found. Yeah, you can see the nut up there is loose. Here, let me just show you. I'll move this. See? Yeah, I'm going to pull that up tight. Yeah. Okay, we'll do that a little bit. All right, look at that. New lock nut. Top, but let's just see. Yeah, just hold this sucker. And just go out the slow way. All right, well, you know what I got to do. Good. Now this one. Right here. That's good. Good, my big old washer. Now we'll take this one down as far as we can till we have to go to the slow way. So we'll just see. Got a little vice grips on there. All right, and then it's away we go. All right, so that one's good and tight. Put the little cap back on. Okay. Turn our attention to this one. Shed a little light on the subject here. Cap back on. Okay. Now we have to go raise the car up and torque the bolt below, and we are good. It's good and tight. So is that. All right, now let's look at this. All right. They're both come loose. Now let me just see if they will even tighten. All right. See, this is what I'm talking about. Well, I'm just going to see if they'll even tighten up some. Well, I tightened up the 3 nuts. There's 1, 2, and the third one in the back. And see, now it's not wobbling. It's on its cushions like it's supposed to be. That's one of the nice things about having a lift. You can spot things like that and attend to it before it becomes a problem. Yeah. Okay. Well, the shock absorbers have been changed out to Bilsteins from KYB. And that's it for this maintenance video. And thank you for watching Ken's Show and Tell.